Yo, what's going on YouTube? Kate Swift Reacts back with not another reaction, but we'll be talking about fantasy football. I have a guest right here.
Kevin Joseph Sr.
And today we're going to be talking about fantasy football,
Green Bay Packers.
Denver Broncos, and the Buffalo Bills. We are also going to talk about players we think will have an outbreak season, outcome of our fantasy leagues last year,
Jordan Love.
the leagues we was in, expectations for 2024, and finishing thoughts.
Give a shout out to my favorite quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Make sure you have a good year. Back on the stride.
Yeah. All right. So first, we're gonna start off and talk about the outcome of our fantasy leagues last year. My dad, he was in 3 leagues. I was in 2 leagues. His 3 teams were Team Joseph, which finished 4th with a record of 10-7. Team Woodman, who finished in 6th place with a record of 6-8. And Red Barn Joseph finished in 2nd place, lost in the championship with a record of 9-5. Would you like to tell them how many championships you have in total?
6.
6 championships in total. How long have you been playing fantasy?
Over 15 years.
Over 15 years. What is your favorite moment or favorite memory?
At the end of the season, when nobody else could tell you that when you win the championship, you got all bragging rights. You know, you got to deal with those that beat you in that moment, but at the end of the day, you still got the championship. It be some hard fight, good fight, bad fight, injuries, banged up players not playing because of other reasons. Stuff happen. But you got to overcome. You got to work the waiver list. You got to get people that you need. Try not to drop somebody that's valuable to you, and pick some that could really help you in every moment. Like me last year, you know, I lost Kirk Cousins after week 3. I lost Jefferson. I lost Cooper Kupp. But all them injuries, I still fought, and I was still in the championship by digging in the waiver. At the end, I had to end up getting Jordan Love. I had to get Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? But you still got to move people to make your team greater. If you want to be in the championship, you got to do stuff that you don't normally do on every basis to get you there, because you want the bragging rights.
Okay, so you have 2 teams, Team Woodman and Red Barn Joseph. I know you just started controlling a new team with Team Joseph, but what is your favorite team to control over the last years?
Red Barn Joseph.
Is that who you have the most championships with?
Yes.
Okay.
The other 2 teams kind of new to it. Team Woodman is the 2nd oldest team. It's a 4-year. We've been having this league. I won it 1 year so far. Can't complain. But in that league, I got Patrick Mahomes as my quarterback. Last year, just didn't have the right wide receivers. Couldn't get it together. Quarterbacks, running backs, tight end, bunch of injuries. Mike Williams out for the year. You know what I'm saying? So once you lose a key player, it's really hard to adjust your team unless people is willing to accept your trade. And since I'm the bad guy, nobody accept my trades. Everybody veto my trades. They scared as soon as I put in a trade. No, Kevin got something under his sleeve, so they not giving me a trade. But Team Woodman, You know what I'm saying? I didn't give up. I started the season hot. I still had to work the waiver after losing Kirk Cousins, Jefferson, all them bars. I had to go get another wide receiver. I had to go get two quarterback. I was getting two quarterback at a time to see which one I was playing at the last minute. So happened I started digging it out with Baker Mayfield. You know, he wasn't having excellent games, but he was getting me by, so it kept me. And then in my division, I was leading. I was beating everybody so badly, like I had a comfortable lead. You know what I'm saying? Because I went on a 3-game losing streak, and I still finished top one in my division. Nobody could have taken it from me. And at the end of the day, it was the two top teams in the same division in the championship. The second team that I beat multiple times, you know what I'm saying? But he was the only team that could have get close to me. But he had a better chance. He held it out. He did a great job in the championship. You know what I'm saying? He had Patrick Mahomes. I couldn't beat him. So, you know, injuries do play a part.
Okay. So now since we talk about Team Woodman team, we could just look at the roster right quick. Okay. So this was his roster last year. See, he had Patrick Mahomes, Travis Etienne, Brees Hall, AJ, Keenan, Ferguson, Nico, Moody, and this was his bench. So, out of all these players, who's somebody that you didn't expect to have a big season, but ended up giving you a lot of points?
Nico Collins. He was a pickup for me after Mike Williams went down. Because I had Tyler Lockett too. Tyler Lockett, I think he's a bust now since he's getting older. I also have Rashee Rice. I had him in for a couple of games. He a nice young player, but he got a lot of issue off the field. So Damon Pierce, I think another bust. Jawan Dotson, another bust. But you know what I'm saying? Jake Ferguson, Nick Collins, they held it down for me. A.J. Brown, his last 3 games of the season, I don't know what was going on with him. You know what I'm saying? Relationship with the team or what, but it was terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, because this are all the points that he scored. You can see him in the right column.
Mm-hmm.
See, he was going on a big run, 14, 10, 16, 19, 14, 19, 30.
When he played Kansas City, he was a bust.
Yeah.
When he played playoff caliber team, he a bust. He played Minnesota, he had 6 points. Then he go off with Tampa Bay. He put up 22. Off on Washington.
Oh, this reverse. So week 1 is at the bottom, week 18 at the top.
Yes.
Okay. See, he was doing good in the beginning of the season.
I was
22,
getting 20 every other game.
33.
Yes, yeah. When he played Washington, he had 33 with 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Then, the last 2 games.
Yeah, he fell off. It's like he didn't want to play no more.
Against some of the worst teams, Arizona and the Giants.
The 2 worst team in the NFL.
Yeah. And then we look at Nico Collins. You said that was a good pick up too.
Yes.
First week, 14, 27, 35, 12, 14.
Mm-hmm. Now, he didn't play every game because he was dealing with a lot of injuries. That's the only bad thing with him. You know what I'm saying? He's a good player. But if you got somebody else to substitute when he go down, you be all right. But he just got nagging injuries.
You see, as you can see, he got a lot of low scores. But that didn't really make a bad effect because when you have because he's a breakout receiver from last year, and when you have a superstar receiver like AJ Brown, when him pulling up like 22 points a game, it's okay for him to have a little bad games because you got a receiver putting up half of the points.
Yes.
So yeah, that's good.
shout out to Jake Ferguson. He could be a nice tight end guy. You know what I'm saying? He start off slow. He put up numbers. He could get you at least 10 points a week. You know what I'm saying? But he gonna be all right.
Yeah.
He ain't no Travis Kelce, but he gonna be all right.
In the same league, my name was Dubs Loster Jr. I had a record of 10-4. I finished in third place. Last year was a very good year for me because I had a lot of breakout stars and good players. I lost in the semifinals due to Sam Laporta because I had him on my bench because I had George Kittle's at a tight end and he's very good and he would put up a lot of points, like over like 12 points, I would say. But on my bench, Sam Laporta, he was putting up. I can't look at this. You see, he was putting up 11, 22, 19, 11, 19, 17, 29, 28. And the week I finally put him in, which was for the semifinals, he ended up putting 4 points. So he's going from 17, 29, and 28 to 4 points. And that was a major reason why I lost in the semifinals. But other than that, I feel like he's a good pickup. He put over 208 points this last season, and he was a rookie. So he's definitely going to be a good player in the future. I also had Puka Nakua. You know, he was good. He was starting off hot too. He had 21, 29, 12, 31, 20, 23, 18, 23, 13, 32. He was putting up major numbers. He ended up finishing with almost 1,500 yards, 6 touchdowns. He was very effective in the wide receiver position. Being alongside with Cooper Kupp, I feel like that was a major reason why. And I also had him on my team. But another breakout star I had was Devon A-Chain. He was giving me good numbers for a running back. 48, 25, 20. And then he got injured for a long amount of time. So he wasn't really kind of the same. But he ended up doing 22 and 20 towards the end of the year. I feel like that was giving me good points. I had good wide receivers: Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Smith, Kittle, Godwin, if I needed him. I had a good quarterback because he had effective wide receivers, so he was just giving it to him. Other than that, I feel like I had a good year. I think I can have a better year, try to get a championship. Because I know some people that will have some breakout seasons. Yeah, that's pretty much it with this team and this league. Now, once we move to another league, we have 2 more teams. In this league, I was Dubs Loster Jr. 35. I finished with 6th place, 7-7. I would say this was my second worst year. Oh, by the way, I have 2 championships. I have 2 championships, both in this league, I think. Yeah, that's two championships in 4 years. This is gonna be my 4th year, I think. Right? 2 championships in 5th. In 5 seasons. This is gonna be my 5th season. Made it to the playoffs every season except for 1. I had Josh Allen, who was my keeper. Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs. He was a very breakout star. He was giving me good points. 11, 26, 29, 25, 20, 16, 24, and 24. I had Tyler Lockett. He was giving me good points like every now and then. I had Nakua again. I had Goddard, Smith again, Jake Elliott, one of the best kickers. I had Odell, Gabe Davis, A-Chain again, Brock Purdy, and Smith Najigba. I feel like this team was okay. I had good players, but it was a very injury-prone team. A lot of my players was injured a lot, so that was the main reason why I didn't really make it far. I feel like I would do way better. I feel like I could go from 6 to top 3. I feel like we have the draft in an hour. I might go live for that draft. Yeah. See, now with his team, Red Barn Joseph, he finished second place, lost in the championship with a record of 9-5.
Yeah. So like I say, I had Jordan Jefferson was my keeper. Justin Jefferson was my keeper. I apologize. I had Baker, Travis Etienne, Jordan Madison. That was, you could tell I didn't like it. That was just my extra for something in the playoffs. Jordan Addison was a good addition too. He's a good wide receiver coming up. I had Jake Ferguson again. I stuck it out with Jacksonville defense. They was all right. I could have been better on defense. Brandon, kicker for the Dallas Cowboys. He's a really good kicker. Cooper Kupp. I had the Bills defense. The Bills defense kind of fell off. I had an oncoming star by Joshua Dobbs. He's going to be pretty nice too. Josh Downs, but he's still dealing with injuries. And I also got the best team quarterback, Jordan Love. I also had Gus Edwards, Elijah Mitchell. He stayed on the bench. So, you know what I'm saying? It was a really rough year until Justin got hurt. First game he put up 24, second 24, 27, third game 26 for it. Kind of fell off when he played Kansas City. The defense was a little bit too much, and that's when he got hurt. So he was on the 6-game sideline. And also, Kirk Cousins was not even there. So, you know what I'm saying? He's doing that with mediocre quarterbacks.
And that's kind of how I got to see Jordan Addison break out.
Yes. But Jordan Addison was still good with Kirk Cousins. When he came back, he had a slow day against Vegas. The Bengals, he cranked it up a little bit. He had 15. Detroit, he liked the competition, so it was a good defensive game. He had 26. Green Bay, that's a rivalry game, so we lock him up. Right top, we double him up with Jair, baby. We don't play that, man. When you come over there, we gonna lock you down, no matter who you are. And then his last game, he played for the week 18, played against Detroit. He put up 37. You know what I'm saying? But it don't matter who at quarterback. He might put up about 300 points this year.
Can we talk about something right quick?
Yes, sir.
Let me see. So, as you guys may know, after one season, Jordan Love signed a $220 million max contract with the Green Bay Packers. How do you feel with the Green Bay Packers organizations giving them that much money over one season? How do you feel about that?
Because they seen what they got. They like the system he in. It's going to work for him. That's why they gave him the money.
So do you think
they had the brakes on him at the beginning of the season, but as the game go on, you got to give him the reins. Let the reins loose a little bit and see what he could do. If you keep holding a bond on him, you ain't going to know what he can do. You let him loose a little, give him a little free rein, and the dude was putting up numbers. You know what I'm saying? He was putting up numbers. First game 43, second game 35, 40, 34, 15, go on a bye, come back, go to do 30, 29, 28, 37, 44, 47, and we went on a winning streak. You know what I'm saying? And you finished the final game with 41 in Chicago, a team that you own. So,
do you think the playoff game versus the Cowboys pretty much sealed that for them?
yes. They didn't have no answer. But the Cowboys can't beat us. It don't matter they just can't beat us. It don't matter who at quarterback. We gonna put them in the right position to win. It was like we was running the scrimmage or preseason, because every play was wide open. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I'll say another reason for them giving him that much money and him being that good, is being on the sideline watching Aaron Rodgers play in the beginning of his years. What year is this? Is this like his fourth year or whatever?
Yeah, his 4th year that he actually could have played, but he was 3 years behind Aaron Rodgers.
So he got to watch him, look at how he played, and that's
you
how
saw
he became
Aaron
good.
Rodgers and
Brett Favre?
Adams,
Oh.
how they had a relationship. So he don't have a favorite target, but he just share the ball to everybody. We don't have a favorite number one target. We just share it to everybody. If you can catch, you're going to get the ball. Aaron Jones was getting the ball, and he a running back. We love him. Just that we couldn't pay everybody. We couldn't keep Aaron Jones.
If you think about it, it's kind of a recurring cycle, because Aaron Rodgers, he was in the wings of Brett Favre, and that's how he became good, and now Jordan Love is in the rings of Aaron Rodgers. So
Yes.
maybe soon or closer to Jordan Love's end of his career, they're probably going to draft a quarterback and go watch him and see how he play and go
Yes.
become good.
But every quarterback that end up in Green Bay organization and become a starter, they win a championship.
So now, let's talk about expectations for 2024. Let's start off like this. Who do you think is going to be the MVP?
MVP?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to say who could be MVP, because you know your MVP, they finally gonna be in the last game of the season, and that's in the Super Bowl. So it's kind of hard to pick an MVP. You can analyze the MVP, but to say just pick one off top, like, you know what I'm
Like
saying?
a top three.
You could say you're gonna take Tyreek Hill, CD Lamb, Patrick Mahomes, or you know what I'm saying, somebody like that, because you know 9 out of 10 they're gonna be at the end of the season, they're gonna be in the Super Bowl. It's kind of hard, but you get like say like a Jordan Love. If it so happen Green Bay going to run, Jordan Love, he could end up being in the conversation for MVP.
Oh, yeah, that's how Kyler Murray was when they was undefeated.
Yes. And then you go lose the rest of the year. Oh, yeah. Him and the coach got bad relationship. The hottest rookie they're talking about right now is Marvin Harrison Jr. They got him real high going into the draft. But he's going to play with Kyler Murray. New system. You know, Kyler Murray could sling the ball, you know what I'm saying?
It's just he injured a lot of the time.
A lot of injury. So if it do work out, he gonna be the main target, because all you have is the tight end over there, McBride, as the number one till you get the number one Marvin ready. So I think year 2 for Seattle, young superstar
Jackson.
Yeah. He should be all right.
C.J. Stroud.
Josh Downs. Tank Dell.
Yeah.
A a lot of young teams gonna be all right. Anthony Richardson, if he stay healthy, they gonna be real dangerous. But I think Houston gonna win that conference. I think Houston win that conference. Kansas City win their conference. Green Bay win their conference.
Zay Flowers.
49ers win their conference. Atlanta should win their conference because it's a weak division and they got a whole lot better at quarterback. So, you adding a quarterback to all them weapons with B.J. Roberts, they should be number one in that division.
How do you feel about have you seen the unretired number one from Malik Neighbors?
No.
The first ever jersey that was retired in the league was number one for the New York Giants, and Malik Neighbors had a conversation with the family of that who's wearing that jersey at the time, and so they unretired the jersey. Let me find it.
I just wish Malik Neighbors had a better quarterback. They need another quarterback over there.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
So they unretired it, and now he gonna be the first person to wear it since I don't know when. This is the first ever jersey retired. Yeah. He gonna have to be better than Odell over there. Be one of the best receivers. I think one rookie wide receiver that's gonna be good is Xavier Worthy. He got Patrick Mahomes. He's fast. He was just showing a little bit in the preseason how he could get off, and he a good route runner.
Yeah, but he got
Rashee Rice.
Rashee Rice over there, but Rashee Rice got in trouble, but he not going to court till December. So the good side of that, he gonna play at least 15 games. So when Xavier Worthy get a little more help, it's gonna be late season. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be a good addition to add him to take the right spot.
And he gonna be on Xavier Worthy gonna be on top too because Hollywood Brown is suspended for a little while. That's what I heard.
Well, Hollywood Brown, he still got the injury, so
yeah,
he not playing at all anyway.
Do you have any finishing thoughts before we end off this episode?
I just want to say, you know what I'm saying, playing fantasy, you got to be consistent on watching the waiver, injuries, last minute hiccups, like that you could plug in your players and be confident in the team that you start. So you don't look at the outside or all the guys that do the podcast and tell you who to start, who not to start, who to sit, and stuff like that. If you feel confident in a certain player that you like, you get the player and you play him. It's a whole team effort. It's not just that one player go fail the team. Everybody contribute to the team effort. So, you know what I'm saying? I was in the championship for one of my teams out of 3. I'm trying to go back. I'm trying to do at least 2 teams this year in the playoff. You know what I'm saying? So I want my team with Patrick Mahomes. I need that team to get a little better. A little better. I got to be a little focused on that team there with stronger running backs, stronger wide receiver. It don't have to be of a good tight end, but decent enough to give me average numbers without getting zeros and trying to stay away from the players that have a lot of injury bugs. A lot of players is good, but they have a lot of injury bugs, so it's day to day with them. You don't know if they're gonna play or not. Last minute, you never know. So try to stay away from them. That's a good tip. Just stay away from all the injury bugs. And trying to see me in the championship next year. If I could do all three in the championship, sky the limit, baby. Sky the limit. Go Packers.
What's to be said? If you're new, like, comment, subscribe. We may come back mid-season just to talk about the progress that we made so far, the rosters that we have, and then we're looking on to a playoff run.
Oh, we might come back later on today after our first draft.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? About to kick off in another hour. Hopefully I get a good pick, but I died a championship last year. You know I'll be at the bottom of the barrel. But don't worry about it. I get them at the top of the round. Take a sleeper. Yes.
So yeah, if you need to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. And when nothing, do you have anything to say?
As you can see, I rock Green Bay all day. He rocking Buffalo, but he got a Bronco. I got that Green Bay still rocking. Let's go get him. Let's go, Pack. Go, Pack, go.
Nothing else to be said.